Oh my gosh. Got the parasite coming out of its nose, bruh. Yeah, whoa. It's gone? Oh my gosh. What's going on, y'all? Today we got another season of Last of Us. Last season was a while ago. Last thing we remember was Ellie and Joel. They were in that hospital. With the whole journey, they were trying to get to a cure, right? They went through tons of trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting people along the road, along the journey, and they didn't make it. And they were the only two survivors, basically. You know, Joel. His mission was to take Ellie to the Firefly base. You know, where they were stationed or whatever. It happened to be a hospital. They were going to find the cure or get the cure from Ellie, but it turns out that they needed to harvest her brain. And Joel just wasn't having that, so he wrecked the whole hospital. And he told Ellie that he had to do it. You know, there was plenty of people like her. Like, he just told her this big elaborate lie. You know what I'm saying? And I would say, like, for sure, if Ellie had the option, which she didn't, you know what I mean? Joel, like, it was just stripped from them because just like in the game, they just walked up to him and just knocked him out. They didn't get the option at all. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe if Ellie had the option, she would have chose. But he told her this big elaborate lie, and at the very end, we seen that she asked him. He said, "Did you promise that you was telling me the whole truth, nothing but the truth, something like that, something along the lines like that?" And he said, "I promise." You know what I'm saying? And that's the last thing we were left with. You know. And by the end of the first season, that pretty sure that was his daughter. You know what I'm saying? And she was and that was her dad. You know, by the end of that journey. So I'm not necessarily saying it was right what he did, and I'm not saying like he's wrong. You know what I mean? I can understand both sides if he went, if he actually did go through with it and didn't do anything. But like I said earlier, Ellie was stripped of that choice. But we got this season, and I'm excited for it. I have played the game, by the way. I want to say that I played the game, first one and the second one, quite a few times, and I've watched the first season of this show about several times. I'm not gonna try to go into too much of spoilery like territory. Really, I'm gonna try to lean away from that. But let's go ahead and hop to this. Those are the same giraffes from season one. Oh yeah, I know that ponytail from anywhere. That's Abby.
Why would he do this?
Abby with firefly bracelets or necklaces.
Listen, kid,
Ed has a brother who runs an outfit in Seattle. A guy named Isaac. Supposedly he'd take us all in.
not until we find Joel. Yes, we are.
Abby's looking for Joel.
Because here's what we got. He's a smuggler. His name's Joel or Joe. There's some confusion about that.
50s, graying, beard, 6 foot tall, scar on his right temple. Oh yeah, they say he's handsome.
They got a full description of Joel.
But we didn't save anyone.
Oh wow, this is just only days after Joel stormed the hospital and did what he did.
None of this is fucking fair.
It must be, one of her dead relatives. And they just said that they're looking for Joel. They want to kill Joel. And she just said slowly. 5 years later. I don't know if this is actual fighting or if they're just sparring, like training. Look like she's got them choking them out with her leg.
Fucking hard, by the way.
I pulled it.
Okay, yeah, so this was just training. I knew it was.
Why? Don't pull punches.
They're about to have a cookout later. Sounds good. We haven't seen Jackson in a long time, bro. Look how advanced they are, bro. Just like a normal little city, normal little town. Look at those vines. What is that? Blockage? What is that? Yeah, you know who this is. Joel. It's Dina.
What you doing?
Fixing these breakers. They were going to chuck the whole panel, but all they need is new springs.
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
Why is she angry at you?
She said she was angry?
No, but...
Dina just asked why Ellie's angry
You're
at
her
Joel.
best friend, reckon she would have told you. What I am.
Yeah, she's still upset with him about, the last first season.
Kids, so we're both just...
So the springs hold the levers?
The thing is, I try.
Yeah, she just hasn't got over what he said last season.
I mean, what did I do?
And Joel, he's thinking about it. He said, "What did I do?" Wow.
Oh, no.
I can't hold myself responsible for another person's emotional state.
Wow, I really do like that. I like that a lot, actually. Showing Joel actually going to therapy and in the process of therapy.
It ain't the scope, it's the shooter.
Tommy!
You're getting good. All right, you want to take your time with this one. Further away, some more drop. Going uphill, so you got to compensate.
I don't know, shooting looks fun sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, it really do. She didn't get the leg. She got a leg shot.
And by the way, you know I'm the one we should be least worried about when it comes to infected.
Hey, no. You swore. We don't talk about that.
I got bit on my arm.
Ellie, we don't talk about that.
I got bit, everybody!
Hey.
I got bit!
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm immune!
Ellie yelling out she's immune is insane.
I swear, you and my brother, same goddamn fucking person.
Well, if you're the same person, you know you're not winning this.
So they're arguing about
If I
putting
could,
more people in there, bringing more people
Let
in.
them all in. To make more space,
And,
you know that.
they're also running out
But
of
you gotta
space.
look after your own first, or you're no good to anyone.
What are they?
Oh, this is Tommy's little boy.
There he is. Killer. Yeah. I miss you, boy.
He asked him, he said, you hunting infected by yourself?
You keep
And he
getting those
yeah,
monsters
Jules
when
didn't
you-
believe that at all. He knows Ellie was with him.
You were a refugee too.
That painting's clean right there. Oh, Jules over to at his therapist. A therapist
What's the
serving you
occasion?
whiskey? What's going on?
It's my birthday.
Bro, is that weed, bro?
Shaken stabs. What am I in high school?
It's winter, Gail.
Buds
Give him
to
some
suck.
shake and stibs. I'm dead.
Well,
Taking him a while.
I backed off. I stopped putting pressure on her. Don't even make her sit down with me for dinner anymore. And what do I get for it? Nothing. See, Dina understands me. Like she's my kid or something. But she's not.
Neither is Ellie. But I'm not gonna do it anymore
This man, bro.
because you're lying to me.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
it's
she knows.
exhausting.
She knows he's
Yes,
lying.
you are, Joel. Yes, you are.
Yeah, she knows he's
I've
lying.
done this long enough to know when somebody is leaving something out.
I'll just come back another day.
Should I say it out loud?
Okay. What is she about to say?
You shot and killed my husband.
Whoa. When did he do
And
that
yes,
to Eugene?
I know you had no choice.
Now, is he gonna say
Say the
his
thing you're
truth out
afraid to
loud?
say.
No, he's not gonna say. He's gonna leave.
I saved her.
Like I said earlier, bro, the therapist in this show is a great addition. Yeah, this must be Ellie in her garage right now, drawing or something. Well, she wasn't drawing. She's just cleaning her weapon. Dina and Ellie about to go out for a run
Hold on.
or a patrol. Shimmer the horse.
Ellie.
Understood.
Thank you. Your patrol leader is Kat, so you will
The others look up to you too. For some fucking reason.
Looks like Jesse and Dina have some sort of connection. So what is it? It's like 4 of them on patrol. So yeah, we figured out that Dina and Jesse recently broke up. Oh, it was a blood trail. The leader of the group, Kat, said we should go report it, and they didn't listen. Dina and Ellie did not listen. Dang! These infected took out a grizzly bear, or a bear. I don't want to say grizzly bear. I think it was just a brown bear.
What do you call grizzly's ribs?
Barbecue.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Barbecue?
Yeah.
Seriously?
They most definitely just heard something, and they're most definitely not going back. And of course, they're gonna go in there and try to handle it themselves. I don't think y'all should split up. Plus, that guy on the floor could be a fresh infected, so I would have just double tapped him. I ain't gonna hold you. Dina spotted one clicker, so Ellie's gonna create a distraction with the bottle so they can take out the clicker. Oh, she got it. There was still at least one other one.
Oh my god, before we leave, you gotta check out the
Oh, be careful. I felt like something was gonna happen. Now she
see a
just
way
has
out.
to get up the
Bunch of
store, and the
padlocked
door
doors.
is locked. She's for sure gonna run into some more infected. Yeah, look at that. You see that in the back? There's an infected back there. Yeah, the infected is hiding, whatever type of infected it is. There it goes right there crawling. We haven't seen an infected like this at all.
Run at me, fucker!
Instead of the infected running at her, it decided to run away from her. I was hiding underneath a crate, or in the crate. Ellie, please turn around. This thing has like horns on it. Oh my gosh. That's a parasite coming out of its nose, bruh. Yeah. Oh! It's gone? Oh my gosh! I think this thing actually just bit Ellie. Shoot it again. Like, yeah, she's bit. She cannot let her find that bite. I wouldn't even be holding my side like that. It's only a few more hours for them until New Year. She's pouring liquor on her blade. I noticed when she got bit down there, it looked like something was forming down there. Oh, nothing was forming. Why is she cutting it so it's not teeth marks? I don't fully understand why she's cutting the bite wound. Her little journal, she wrote down the barbecue joke.
You been playing much?
Joe came in to visit Ellie. This shot is straight from the game. Dina's dancing with somebody. I guess she's dancing with everybody. Jesse.
Tell me about it.
Ellie and Dina with their first dance.
Hi.
Looks like they about to go in for a kiss, man. That's what it looks like. That's what's leading up to, yep. Somebody saw. Or they all saw.
Family event.
Dykes.
Oh, he called him Dykes. It's crazy. Dang, Joel. Now Joel looks crazy. Whoa, yeah, this isn't gonna help their relationship at all right here. Wow, and the therapist was right there as well. She saw it all unfold. Yeah, this must be after the dance party. Joel's on the porch with the heater. Ellie walked right past. Oh, they were playing with fireworks, and here comes that blockage. Oh no, there's parasites growing in that. Who is this walking? It's Abby and her crew. Well, it was a very interesting episode, you know, just introducing us, you know, to, you know, Jackson and how, you know, life is. We see that Ellie, she's still mad at Joel, and Joel's going to therapy. I love that they incorporated a therapist within this. I think that's a dope, you know, addition to the series right there. Like, that's just a dope. We also got introduced into Abby and her crew. Looks like they're after Joel. We don't, like, I'm not gonna go too much into spoilers. Like, I have played the game, but I'm gonna just try to, you know, go talk about it without spoilers is what I'm getting at. So basically, you know, we know Abby is looking for Joel, and her crew said, "Hey, we'll help you, Abby, at any angle we can. We'll even help you kill him." And then she's like, "Oh, we got to kill him slow." And at the very end, we just saw all of them looking down at somewhere. It seemed like that was Jackson. You know, we know Jackson is surrounded with a whole bunch of snow, and we know last thing we remember when we saw Abby and her crew that they were looking for them, or looking for Joel. So it looks like the next episode, you know, they're gonna get closer to Jackson. We're gonna see where that leads. Ellie and Dina and Jesse, that little triangle. Well, Jesse seems like he doesn't want anything to do with her anymore. You know what I'm saying, but I don't know if you saw. We all saw the same thing. It looks like, you know, some sort of little love triangle to some degree. You know what I mean? So who knows where that's gonna lead? And then towards the end with the dance party, the dude, he saw Ellie and Dina kissing, and he just said, "This is a family event." And then, you know, everybody was looking at, you know, Ellie, Dina, and the Seth guy. They was, you know, they was all looking in that direction. And then he talked about some dykes, and then that caused Joel to like kind of like get ticked, and he pushed him down super hard on the ground, and that didn't help, you know, Ellie and Joel's relationship right there. And hours later, or I would say a little bit after the event, Ellie was walking, you know, to her garage where she moved in. Like, she lives in the house with Joel, but she just lives completely in the garage, and then he lives in the house. And as she was walking to the garage, she just walked right past him. I was like, hey, you know, he did something, and, you know, he's not saying what he did, you know what I'm saying? But this is real, you know. It's like, it's basically normal life. Like, you almost forget about the apocalypse at times when you watch The Last of Us or just play the game. You almost forget about the apocalypse because how real it is, you know what I'm saying? How relatable it is in so many areas. And, you know, Abby, it looks like she's out for vengeance. You know, Joel must have did something to a relative. And I thought it was also interesting that they had the therapist mention that Joel actually killed her husband, Eugene, which I don't remember if they showed it in season 1, but I don't think they did. But I thought that was a great, you know, how they, you know, tied that in together with the therapist. And Abby, she's looking for Joel for some reason, you know. It seems like a relative of hers, you know, died. You know, I'm guessing it was in the hospital. One of her relatives in the hospital, because she put the Firefly necklace onto the grave that they were all at. And she's like, "We're gonna fucking get him. We're gonna get Joel." And then, you know, her group was like, "Yeah, we'll will help you, Abby. And so she seems pretty, obsessed with, finding Joel, and that's where we left off on this episode. Pretty chill episode for the most part. Wasn't too much, you know what I'm saying? Just establishing where the characters, where they left off from season 1 to 2, and then they introduced a few new characters. Dina, Abby, and her group, and we also got Tommy and his wife and their son. Their son is like he probably like around supposed to be 5, 6 around there. He probably like 5, around age 5, 4 something. Probably put 5, I would say, around that age. And I'm liking the characters. I like who they casted as Dina. She's pretty cool. Abby, we didn't get too much of Abby, you know what I'm saying? But she seems to be fine. We didn't get too much of her. And then we're gonna explore, Abby's group a little bit more as the story progresses. But pretty chill episode. I just want more and more. I almost wish they just dropped all the episodes this season. Dropped all the episodes of this season right now. But hey, I'm fine with waiting week to week. We also got to look at that new infected, that stalker. I believe that's what it's called, or it's an infected that stalks you, and it looks pretty ugly. And then the fact that its nose was gone, but the parasite was coming through the nose, that was disgusting. That almost reminded me of the episode when Tess got infected, and she blew herself up with the lighter when the infected was reaching in her mouth. That's what kind of reminded me when the parasite was coming up the nose. But yeah, we got tons of new things, new infected, couple characters. Jesse, Dina, Abby, and her crew. You know what I'm saying? And Tommy and his son, with his wife. You know what I'm saying? We got introduced to a decent amount. Jackson life, the patrols, they be having parties. It looks great there. The scenery, just like the first season, is just as good this season. It seems like it's gonna be. So I'm very just excited to see where we're gonna lead this season and where it's gonna go. But till next time.